Alright, so this is Seasons Past. B31 for Demo Day 15. How does this work? Okay, so I've got WAS. Do I got gamepad controls? I do not have gamepad controls. Okay. So, yeah, I'm just WAS, man. I'm looking at the README. It looks like I've got left clicks. Or not the README, but, the game page. So I can left click on things. I can learn more about this Frostblade that I've picked up. What does Frostblade do for me? Got it, but how do I use? Left click on enemies to set target. Looks like we found our missing farmer. Some fun lore going on. Enemy ahead, up next to those buildings. Oh, there he is. Left click the enemy to select them as your attack target. Yeah, I got him left clicked. Move in range to attack him. How close is range? He has to be like touching my hitbox for him to be in range, okay. And when I say hitbox, I'm assuming that's the circle thing under him is his hitbox. As games are. Can I walk inside this building? I cannot walk inside this building. I can just spaz out next to it. Okay. What? What just happened? There was a thing that I was walking toward, and now I just teleported? To a place that looked like it was like a friendly town, but it's not. Did he just suggest I target the range units first? No, I'm just gonna kite the melee units. What else am I gonna? As long as I'm out of line of sight, why do I care? I go off the screen? I can go off the screen. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't go off the screen. So I've got these fun little, like Ace Combat reticles telling me where all the guys are, so I have to kill every single man. This game looks like. Fair. Can I get them to shoot? You guys just stuck. What's he stuck on? I want to see if I can get a projectile guy to shoot somebody that isn't me. That works. No, it looks like they'll only shoot if line of sight is there, including the bullets home on me. What? That's not fun. That means I can't dodge. What's the point in life if I can't dodge? Walk up to them and hit him. It looks like I've got more than enough health to do it. It says right click to sell, so I should be selling all this stuff, assuming it's all vendor trash. I'm not reading any of the stats. That's the exit little marker. Yes. And that gives me the reticle to let me know that's the exit marker. That's a very hard shadow difference. Maybe it would look a little fancier if instead of it being this big difference, instead we just we rendered a shadow as the topmost layer of transparency, and when he walks into it, he'll be encased in shadow because he'll just be blended that way because this layer on top of it is just making him darker, as opposed to what I think is going on now, which is he has a color associated with him, and when he goes in what is considered in shadow, then he turns into the in shadow color, which doesn't look correct. Food for thought. Last town, I assume that means this is the last demo level. I think it's weird that I have to choose something to target when it's a melee game, and presumably when he does melee strikes, it has a little area of an effect. So just walking up to somebody should be good enough to shoot him. No? Health. Who needs it? Okay, so they can shoot me through buildings. Like, I'm assuming there's a shooter right here, and like I was walking past this way, and he can heat seek to get me, and that that doesn't feel right, because the fact that these bullets home and they can home around walls means I can't know if I'm actually in line of sight or not. And that kind of removes the strategy from it. Like, see, I'm behind this building and they can still shoot me through it. I don't think the bullets hit. Are they? Yeah, they're hitting. Yeah, so they can hit me through this building. Okay. So, I'm getting the sense that this game kind of wants to be a Diablo-like, like an ARPG, because it's got this sort of like less involved combat system and this very involved sort of loot that I'm not looking at all. Does the loot have active abilities? It looks like it's all like stat buffs, or maybe that's just the stuff I'm looking at right now. I look at this. Yeah, these are all stat buffs, which for sure is part of the sort of ARPG formula. But the other part of the ARPG formula are active abilities, and I don't think I have any active abilities besides hit them with my sword. And so, what ends up happening is the core loop just kind of shallow, right? Because all I'm doing is walking up to things and then hitting them with my sword. And I can pick up things that make me better at hitting them with my sword, but I'm never gonna do anything other than hit them with my sword. So there's just not any variety there, let's say. And I can't tell if they're hitting me or not when I do this. See, they're just kind of bouncing. Like, am I losing health? I am, but I can't tell why. I can just stand here, let him come to me, and I can just hit him. How do I feel about life? Uh, I think I just don't understand the game yet. In that there's not enough for me to understand what you're trying to go for. Like, I can definitely tell, like, there's a distinct visual style and, like, some sort of narrative elements that you're driving toward, but I don't care because the game isn't finished yet. And the game sort of isn't giving me reasons to be interested in its mechanics. If that makes sense, right? It's not hooking me as a game. And that might be fine if, like, there's this well-developed story to begin with that, like, introduces characters and does all this, and then it's just a story-driven, like, sort of VN with combat sections in between. But I don't think that's what you're going for with this, because even though you're giving me the narration, the first thing I saw was a bad guy. So I guess another sort of antecedent might be Bastion. Also, I'm running low on storage space, so I guess I'm just gonna finish this up real quick. That was Seasons Past.